Hello, my name is Bram van Ham and in this video I will explain how to record observations in the DACOM Online Disease Control Advice. To do so, we will use the observation tables. Recording observations will have effect on the disease control advice. For example, when we take a look at the disease control graph of this crop, it now looks like this. And when we record an observation, it will change, as you will see later in this video. And also the D, C, B, A and A plus stages and the voids behind every stage will change. And when we record the crop observations, these warnings will disappear. Now we are going to record an observation. We do so by pressing the Observe Again button. This screen will pop up and on the left side you will see Where. This is the crop and corresponding hectares, which you can change if you like. Then you will see on the middle When. Here you can record the date, the duration for time registration purposes, the applier, which is the person who records the observation, your co-workers, and you can add a note. In the advanced options you can select the cost of the observation if you like. But we will leave this blank. On the right side you see What. Here you can select and rate the observation. In this menu we distinguish three types of observations: extreme weather, crop observations and disease or pest. These observations must be rated with a number or a percentage. For support, the observation tables of all crops are available, which you can access by pressing the link in the description of the video and on our website. At first we take a look at extreme weather. Here we see two fields: damage caused by hail in percentage and damage caused by stormy wind, also in percentage. Here you record the percentage of which the crop is damaged by either hail or stormy wind. You do so by observing your field after the extreme weather has taken place. You fill in the percentage of the crop that is damaged. If you want to add fields here, you press this button and the configuration page will pop up. Here you can select which field you would like to add. There has been no extreme weather, so we leave this blank and go to the second observation, which is crop observation. This is the most important one, especially crop growth, crop stage and crop density, which you have to update once a week to get a good advice. You will see a couple of fields which you can fill in. The first one is death. Here you record the amount in percentage of which the crop is dead. For example, at the end of the season the crop will probably be dead completely, so you will record 100%. During the season there can also be senescence, which you can rate from 1 to 10. Here we see the three fields that must be updated weekly. The first one is crop growth, which is the amount the crop grows every week. The second one is crop stage, which is the stage of the crop. And the last one is crop density, in which you rate how covered the crop is, or how dense the crop is. Here we see emergence, which we record as soon as the crop emerges, so usually at the beginning of the season we fill in 100%. The emergence has to be recorded once, otherwise there won't be an advice. The last field is for bud breaking, which needs to be recorded for crops like grapes. Now we are going to record our weekly observations. We start with crop growth. So we first go to the observation tables. As you can see, these are the observation tables for potato, and here we see the table for crop growth. In our field we have observed that the crop has grown about 10 centimeters this week. I can measure this easily by placing a stick into the ground next to the crop and weekly mark the length of the crop. Okay, so 10 centimeters growth corresponds with a rating of 5. And now we go back and we record crop growth 5. Then we will fill in the crop stage, so we go back to the observation tables again and we go to the table for crop stage. I have observed that my crop is in the stage growth in length and that my crop looks like this. And this corresponds with a rating of 4, so we go back to the rating and fill in 4. Now we fill in the crop density. I have observed that my crop is covered for about 25%, which corresponds with a rating of 3. We go back to the rating and we fill in 3. The emergence has already been recorded. We did this at the beginning of the season, so we leave this blank. Since the crop is potato, the field bud breaking is not relevant. And now we are going to fill in the date. We set the date to yesterday and to 12 o'clock. The duration is not relevant for us. We don't have to use it for time registration. We also leave the applier, coworker and nodes blank. And then we are set. So we press Save Record. And now we see that the refresh button is loading. This means that the system is processing the record. We see that the D, C, B, A and A plus stage has changed and that the last recording has been done at this moment, so the crop observations are up to date, and also you see that the warnings observe again have disappeared. And when we go to the detail page of the advice, you will see that this has changed a bit as well. And now we go back to observing again, and we go to the third possible observation which you can record here, and this is disease or pest. You have to record a disease as soon as this is found in the area. To rate this observation, we also use the observation tables. For example, we would like to rate the infection risk of Phytophthora. We found a first infection in the area within a 25 kilometer radius, which corresponds with a rating of 1, as we can see here. So we go back to the rating for disease. We fill in Phytophthora. You don't have to fill in the degree of damage, since this will not be taken into calculations of the advice. And for disease pressure, we rate it with 1. We are not going to save this record, but this way it's very easy to do. Okay, we go back to our overview, and besides recording these observations, it's also important to record the use of crop protection products. Preferably you use these products in a preventive way, so when there's a risk of infection in the A and or A plus stage. So this was the tutorial for recording observations in Dacom Online Disease Control Advice. The observation tables and more instruction videos are in the description of this video and on our website.